was living in someone else's dream. A ghost in a music video. But there's a third birth waiting in the dark. The skyline's a blueprint of someone else's dream. A bucket of vodka, a ghost in the machine. I've been chasing a carrot on a string I didn't tie, running a race under a program sky. They sold me a happy meal to fix a hollow chest, $100 billion just to put the soul to rest. But the more I hunt the feeling, the further it recedes. A thermometer, I'm breaking while the spirit bleeds. Stop the chase, let the fire go cold. I'm unlearning everything I've ever been told. It's a quiet satisfaction, a steady silent glow, accepting the high and loving the low. I'm born for the third time, finally me, establishing the signal, condemned to be free. With the sadness, let the rain start to fall. It's just a passing cloud, not a shadow on the wall. There are no bad emotions, just signals in the dark. The price of having love, the dampening of the spark. I'm a self-domesticated lion jumping through the hoops, internalizing voices from the childhood groups. But the ego is a sociometer, a needle in the red, monitoring the ghost and the things the neighbors said. I'm a temporal cluster, a field of dancing dust, a brief flickering candle, a heap of cosmic rust from the stars. It doesn't matter what I win or what I lose, and in that cold indifference, I'm finally free to choose. I was born once in the water and once in the old routine, a cultural shadow, a fragment of the scene. But the third time is a choice, a whisper in the chest, to put the borrowed values in the baggage to the rest, establishing the signal, the mind and heart aligned, leaving the domesticated animal behind. I'm not fighting the waves, I'm just learning how to ride with the quiet satisfaction and a purpose deep inside. The past is underwater, the future's in the mist, but in the here and now, I'm grateful I exist. Cuteness beats efficiency. That's what the children say. I'm finding a good life in the ordinary gray. The curtain's gonna fall, but I've got time to burn. In this brief, beautiful miracle, it's finally my turn. 130 billion spent on the chase. But the room is just getting colder. Stop fixing the glass. 130 billion spent on the chase. A forced plastic smile on a hollowed out face. Chief happiness officers monitoring the floor, while the good vibes only sign hangs on the door. Chasing the script written in neon and gold, buying shiny pieces of a life I was sold, like a pianist playing scales until his fingers are numb, missing the music for a materialistic drum. It's a thermometer, not a place to go, just a signal in the blood, a rhythm in the flow. Don't fix the glass when the winter's at the door. I'm putting on a coat, I'm not chasing anymore. The more I value joy, the less I can find. A disappointment loop playing back in my mind. I'm a hedonic floater, just flipping through ads, searching for a home in these happiness fads. An exclusive focus on the number one state leaves me sitting alone by the garden gate, cutting out the friends with the bad vibes and sighs, until I'm the only one left in my private eyes, burying the black and ignoring the gray. But sadness is the tax that we all have to pay. Without any sorrow, there's no love to keep. The signal is shallow if the water isn't deep. Too much optimism will get you killed on the peak. A malfunction of the soul and the signal we seek. Emotions are information, a survivalist guide, the internal radar for the world outside. It's a thermometer, not a place to go, just a signal in the blood, a rhythm in the flow. Don't fix the glass when the winter's at the door. I'm putting on a coat, I'm not chasing anymore. I'm not chasing anymore. Fix your mind on something else, an ideal end, on the state of the world or the time with the friend. Not as a means, but a side effect glow, finding your life in the indirect flow. I'm stepping off the treadmill, I'm leaving the race, looking for the meaning, not the look on my face. The outcome is a shadow, the process is the light. I'm walking through the gray and into the night. Happiness is a tool, a silver lined glass thermometer, watching the cold front pass. Don't fix the instrument when the winter's at the door. Just put on your coat, don't chase it anymore. So let the thermometer be what it needs to be, a signal from the world, a message to me. I'll find my way through the work in the yard, with the quiet satisfaction inside of my heart. Life isn't a goal, it's a process. Let the thermometer be. The temperature is just information. Self-domesticated, pruning our own branches to fit the garden wall. But whose eyes am I living for? Could Johnny nights in the microphone stand, singing off-key in the forgotten land? No shame in the voice, no fear in the eyes, while the rest of us live in a costume disguise. I'm a domesticated animal, jumping for the treat, keeping my rhythm to the neighborhood beat. We pruned our own branches to fit in the hall, painting our spirits to match with the wall. Stop caring about the jury in the back of your head. Stop living for the voices and the things they haven't said. It's not self-esteem if it's borrowed from the crowd. I'm silencing the noise, I'm speaking through the cloud. Speaking through the cloud. just a sociometer's needle, hungry for the praise, vulnerable and feeble, monitoring the whispers and the clicks on the screen, trying to be the person that I think should be seen. Status is a trap, a game for the blind, leaving the comparison treadmill behind, looking for the worth in a stranger's review, while the internal light is burning for you. Engineering lines and philosophy dreams, tearing at the fabric and the social seams. I've seen the different worlds, I've felt the different norms, integrating pieces through the ideological storms. I'm choosing my critics, I'm picking a few whose feedback is honest, whose spirit is true. The rest is just static, a noise in the air, a burden of judgment I'm not gonna wear. I've got the courage to be disliked in the end, to stand in the silence and not have to bend. Being misunderstood is the price of the free, the only way left to be finally me. Stop caring about the jury in the back of your head. Stop living for the voices and the things they haven't said. It's not self-esteem if it's borrowed from the crowd. I'm silencing the noise, I'm speaking through the cloud. No need for the Ferrari or the gold on the wrist. In the land of the modest, I simply exist. Stable self-worth doesn't need a review. It's an internal light that's burning for you. Stable self-worth doesn't need a review. It's not a performance, it's something that's true. Breaking the leash in the old routine, living a life that is felt but unseen. So let the whispers fade and the shadows go cold. I'm writing a story that's yet to be told, not for the gallery, not for the bride, but for the person who's living inside. The third birth, breaking the leash, living the life that looks like nothing on the outside, but feels like everything on the in. I'm not the storm. I am the sky that holds it. Don't fight the weather. Just watch it pass. Don't think about the bear, don't look into the white. But the more I push it back, the more it haunts the night. The paradox of suppression, the harder that I try, the more the shadow grows beneath the mental sky. Emotions aren't a failure, they're just signals in the blood. A sudden rush of fire or a heavy rising flood. Anxiety is armor and sadness is a sign of a heart that's still alive and a soul that's intertwined. I'm the sky and you're just a passing cloud. I'm the silence and you're just a little loud. I'll notice the feeling, I'll label it by name, but I'm not the fuel and I'm not the flame. I don't say I am sad like it's written in my skin. I say I notice sadness trying to get in, a center of indifference between the heart and mind, leaving all the desperate emotional control behind. You can't stop the ocean from rising in the dark. You can't stop the thunder from leaving its mark. But you can learn to surf, you can learn to stand without being pulled beneath the shifting sand. Between the impulse and the action, there's a quiet space, a sliver of a second, a moment of grace. And that gap is the freedom, the power to decide, to let the value lead. need and put the mood aside. Finish grit in the winter, the logic of the cold. Acknowledge the facts that the feelings have told. Acceptance isn't liking, it's just seeing what is real. Removing all the friction from the way that I feel. The domesticated heart is finally breaking through. Feeling every color, every shade and every hue. But the mind stays steady, the eyes stay on the road. Carrying the truth without the heavy, jagged load. Sky, and you're just a passing cloud. I'm the silence, and you're just a little loud. I'll notice the feeling, I'll label it by name. But I'm not the fuel, and I'm not the flame. I won't wait for the spark to start the daily fire. I'll walk toward the goal through the muck and the mire. A life led by values, not the shifting of the tide. With the third birth rising from the person inside. The storm is gonna howl and the rain is gonna beat, but I'm not looking for the comfort of the heat. I'm the vast blue ceiling, I'm the open air, holding every feeling with the quiet steady care. So let the clouds drift and the seasons turn gray. I'm staying in the space that they can't take away. Contentment isn't empty, it's a deep and steady breath. Winning back my life from the emotional death. I notice a feeling, it's passing through. I am the sky, and it's a beautiful day for a storm. I'm not the storm. I am the sky that holds it. Don't fight the weather, just watch it pass. Don't think about the bear, don't look into the white. But the more I push it back, the more it haunts the night. The paradox of suppression, the harder that I try, the more the shadow grows beneath the mental sky. Emotions aren't a failure, they're just signals in the blood. A sudden rush of fire or a heavy rising flood. Anxiety is armor, and sadness is a sign of a heart that's still alive and a soul that's intertwined. I'm the sky, and you're just a passing cloud. I'm the silence, and you're just a little loud. I notice the feeling, I'll label it by name. But I'm not the fuel, and I'm not the flame. I don't say I am sad like it's written in my skin. I say I notice sadness trying to get in. A center of indifference between the heart and mind, leaving all the desperate emotional control behind. You can't stop the ocean from rising in the dark. You can't stop the thunder from leaving its mark. But you can learn to surf, you can learn to stand without being pulled beneath the shifting sand. I'm the sky, and you're just a passing cloud. I'm the silence, and you're just a little loud. I'll notice the feeling, I'll label it by name. But I'm not the fuel, I don't say I am sad like it's written in my skin. I say I notice sadness trying to get in, a center of indifference between the heart and mind, leaving all the desperate emotional control behind. You can't stop the oceans aren't a failure, they're just signals in the blood, a sudden rush of fire or a heavy rising flood. Anxiety is armor and sadness is a sign of a heart that's still alive and a soul that's intertwined. I'm the sky and you're just the past. There is no core. You are a process, not a product. A flame, not the log. Peeling back the layers of the person I should be, searching for the solid heart of the version that is me. But the further that I go, the more the pieces fall away, until there's nothing left but the silence of the grave. I am not a solid thing, I am not a stone. I'm a pattern in the water, I am muscle and I'm bone, like a whirlpool in the river or a flame upon the wick, a temporal cluster, a cosmic camera trick. I'm a temporal cluster, flickering light, moving through the shadows of the cosmic night. Stop defending the story, let the ego go. I'm a field of energy, I'm the steady flow. The ego is a sentry standing guard upon the wall, terrified of shadows and the fear of standing small, monitoring my status, asking am I winning yet? A sociometer of pride and a history of regret. It's a narrative I'm writing just to keep the world in line, a sequence of the memories I've labeled to be mine. But the 5-year-old is dead and the old man isn't born. I'm just a brief flickering between the dusk and morn. From the perspective of the stars, it doesn't matter what I do. If I'm a king in velvet or a shadow in the queue, in the center of indifference, the pressure starts to fade, the freedom of the nothingness that I finally embraced. I'm dropping the efficiency, the useful and the smart, returning to the playfulness, the beating of the heart, like a child in the garden with no image to defend, making peace with the beginning and the coming of the end. The self was just a stuffy room with all the curtains drawn, hiding from the universe and the coming of the dawn. But I'm opening the windows, let the air begin to flow. There's nowhere left to hide and there's nowhere left to go. I'm a temporal cluster of flickering light, moving through the shadows of the cosmic night. Stop defending the story, let the ego go. I'm a field of energy, I'm the steady flow. I'm a field of dancing energy, a brief and bright display, a ripple in the cosmos that will eventually decay. But in the here and now, I am finally alive. I don't need to be someone just to manage and survive. So let the mirror crack and let the labels fall apart. I'm finding the connection in the beating of the heart. A life without a center, a journey without a map, escaping from the identity escaping from the trap. Cuteness beats efficiency. I am just a temporal cluster, enjoying the intermission.
Life isn't a riddle to be solved. It's an intermission to be enjoyed. The stars are silent. And that's the best news I've heard.
The prepackaged purpose is starting to fray. The gods and the kings have all drifted away, leaving the vacuum, a cold empty room, searching for why in the shadow and gloom. I treated my life like a riddle to solve, waiting for secrets and truths to evolve. But life isn't hidden, it's right in the street, in the sound of the rain and the rhythm of feet. It's a brief intermission, a pause in the night. I'm stopping the struggle, I'm finding the light. Not a grand meaning up high in the sky, but a terrestrial rhythm, a local why. The stars are all silent, they don't know my name. They don't care for glory, they don't care for shame. And in that indifference I finally find peace, a beautiful, cosmic and total release. I'm dropping the grand for the small and the near, the things I can touch and the things I can hear. Autonomy, competence, the friends that I choose, with nothing to prove and with nothing to lose.
Think of this life as a coffee break, a temporary breath you were allowed to take. The point of the dance isn't reaching the end, it's the rhythm of being, the time with the friend.
The point of the dance isn't reaching the wall, it's the grace of the movement, the rise and the fall. I'm moving for movement, I'm singing for sound. My roots are finally touching the ground. A small act of kindness, a hand in the dark, terrestrial meaning, a flickering spark. The impact is local, the feeling is real, repairing the world with the way that I feel. It's a brief intermission, a pause in the night. I'm stopping the struggle, I'm finding the light. Not a grand meaning up high in the sky, but a terrestrial rhythm, a local why. A local why. No mission, no burden, just being, seeing the world for the sake of the sea. An energized content, the miracle is here in the small things, in the now and the near. No mission to justify why I exist, I'm just a brief miracle lost in the mist. Energized, grounded and finally content, living the life that was meant to be spent. So let the grand plan dissolve in the air. I'm finding the purpose in the love that we share. A local connection, a terrestrial glow, the only direction. I need to go.
Enjoy the intermission. The dance is the point. It's finally my turn.